Welcome to the Dusty Jobs podcast from Imperial Systems. Industry knowledge to make your job easier and safer.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Dusty Jobs podcast. Today, Brian Norris is joining us here from Nordfab Duct. How are you doing?
Doing excellent. How about yourself?
Good, good. And if you're listening to this and it seems a little loud, it's because we are at Fabtech, and we're doing a big trade show this week, and you guys are here too, aren't you?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're over in the A Hall,
Yeah.
booth 1946.
Right. Yeah. So, guys are looking forward. First day of the show. We're looking forward to a lot of people coming in. I'm sure you guys are too.
Absolutely. We got a full team over there ready to talk to people, and it's been really busy so far.
Yeah. So, how many Fabtechs have you been to, Brian?
So this is my fifth year, going on my fifth year with Nordfab. So 5 years of Fabtech.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. I think we still did they still have it during 2020 or not?
Yeah. So that's a good point. So I think we did kind of furlough that.
Yeah, I couldn't remember.
Yeah. So maybe three.
Yeah.
3 or 4.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's always a great show for us. I know it probably is for you guys too.
Absolutely. It is a great show, and it's the last one of the year. So
yeah,
we're excited about it.
People who aren't familiar with Nordfab, what is Nordfab?
Yeah, so Nordfab Ducting is we're going on 44 years now of manufacturing ducting. So we're in Thomasville, North Carolina.
Okay.
Kind of the furniture capital of the world. So think about textiles, furniture, manufacturing, dust, things like that. That's kind of how, it got started.
Yeah.
And then we kind of evolved into our quick fit clamp, which is kind of our patented clamp.
You said quick fit clamp,
yes,
right?
Exactly.
Okay.
We call it QF.
QF.
But it's our quick fit clamp.
Right.
And makes installation extremely easy.
As opposed to a slow quick clamp.
That's right. Or let's say screws in spiral.
Oh, okay.
Or even bolts onto flange product, which we can talk a little more about later.
Sure.
There.
Okay.
But yeah, so quick fit is, our less labor intensive way to install tons of ducting. Yeah. And we, build, it's basically modular. So our pipe comes in 5-foot sections. Okay. And then you just clamp them together and go.
Gotcha. Okay, so your style of ductwork is a quick. I'm going to mess this up.
That's right.
Quick fit clamp. There we go. Right. I finally got it.
And we can call it QF if you like.
QF. Let's do that. That'll make it easier.
Yeah.
So you guys have a QF style ductwork. You mentioned it comes in 5-foot sections.
Correct.
Okay. So, and you said it's less labor intensive. So, for everybody who's just like listening, we don't have a piece here. We're not. So, tell me how this works.
Yeah.
Explain it to me.
Yeah, it's completely modular. So what's great about it is you can put a system up.
Yeah.
You can take a system down.
Right.
You can move it across town. Maybe you're going.
But you're telling me there's no screws or bolts or anything on
That's
this.
right. Right. It just clamps together. So we have a rolled lip.
Okay.
And basically, those two pieces of rolled lip.
Yeah.
Married together, and then the clamp just clamps right down.
So is it? It's a lot like maybe like what you get on a barrel lid.
Yeah, exactly.
Like a barrel lid clamp?
A lot like that.
Okay. But then it holds the ductwork together.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's solid enough that you don't have to use anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Okay.
We do have a gasket if you're using, we call it a QFS, so it's a quick fit seal. If you have an oil mist application where you want leak proof, we do have a gasket for that.
Okay.
But that'd be the only real thing that you would do differently.
Gotcha. Now, quick fit, QF, is it okay to use in every application? Is it okay to use indoor, outdoor? Is there spots where you should use it or you shouldn't use it?
Yeah, great question. You can use it anywhere. I mean, it's a tried and tested product. We actually have third-party testing on it as well. So there's leakage rates and all of that that go with it. In an outdoor application, because a system is inherently, pulling moisture and there are some leakage points, you would want to maybe add that quick QFS seal in an outdoor application, and then we'll epoxy some of the branches and elbows and things like that as well if you tell us, so that we're not pulling moisture into the system.
Gotcha. Yeah, because it's on a dust collection, unlike HVAC or something like that. We're going to be under negative pressure. Exactly. It's going to be
It's going to be pulling from all the different areas.
And I can say from the dust collector side, we don't want to be sucking the rain in from outside. That's not going to be good.
That's not a good thing. Exactly.
Yeah. So now that we're putting it all together, and it's real simple and easy, like you said, and if you need to adjust it. Now, how big of a piece can I get in this quick clip?
Great question. So in our QF system, we can do 3 inches in diameter all the way up to 24 inches in diameter.
Okay.
Anything larger than that,
Right.
Which we can go up to 84 inches now in ducting.
So your duct can be 84 inches from Nordfab,
Right.
but
But not in QF.
QF goes to 24. Gotcha.
And then anything over 24, we will do a flange on. So we vance on it, put a flange on it, and you can go up anywhere from 25 to 84.
So when we're talking about a flange together ductwork, that's one that you actually have to bolt.
That's right. So you've
Okay.
got bolt pattern all the way around the flange. And
Right.
You've got to put an individual bolt with a nut on it.
Yeah.
Which is a little bit time consuming.
I can see how that. How many? When you get up to that size, how many bolts you have to put in that?
No, I mean, an 84 inch, I mean, we're talking about a huge piece of ducting. It could be, 20, 40 bolts.
What about on just 28-inch piece?
So that's the other thing. We do custom bolt patterns. So, I mean,
Oh, okay.
you could do as little as, 3 or 4, as many as, 20 if you wanted.
So
we'll do
you
a
could
custom
have
bolt.
20 in that,
Absolutely.
but if you did a quick clip, it's just one clip and you're done.
Less than 10 seconds. Just throw the clamp on, put the Carter pin in, move on to the next one.
So to put these systems together, does it take? Do you have to come to you guys to get a specific training on how this goes together? Is this something that someone who owns their own wood shop or owns their own weld shop, could they do it on their own?
Yeah, I mean, in theory, anyone can put this together. I mean, there's YouTube videos out there on how to put it together. It's super simple, and we have wood shop guys do their own installations all the time.
Okay. Now, we'll say this. Are there other companies out there that also have this system in place?
Yeah, absolutely. We have competitors that tried to copy and mirror what we do, if you will.
Okay.
But we still think we do it a lot better.
So what's something that's different about you guys than them?
Yeah, so, a little bit of history about Nordfab. And we're ISO certified, 9001, 14001. Okay. And we laser cut, we laser weld,
Okay.
and we build quality into the product. So, we're trying to give you the very best product that we can,
Yeah.
built into the product. And, we think we do it better than others. And we have, a ton of tools that go along with all of that.
Right.
But we think we do a really good job at manufacturing that. And, we are a global company. So a majority of our corporate headquarters is in Thomasville, North Carolina.
Yeah.
The majority of what we sell globally is out of that facility. But, we have other locations around the world as well. And we've been doing it for a long time. And we really take a lot of pride in what we do.
Yeah. Well, that's great. So let's take a little bit of a shift here. So obviously you guys sell ductwork, but if I'm like a shop owner or a business owner or a weld shop, I know it's not just as simple as buying some ductwork and putting it up there. I mean, there's got to be some type of formula on how things would go. I've been in a lot of facilities, and it's, you just don't have one piece of ductwork that's the same size. Well, actually, you do see that in some places,
Right.
But from the dust collection side, we know that that's not the best way to do that.
Sure.
So do you guys help at all with, someone who just wants to size that system out, make sure everything's right? Do
Yeah.
you guys help with that?
Absolutely. So one thing that we see a lot of is, people coming to us wanting that help. So we go to market through dealers and distributors.
Okay.
We don't sell direct, but we do like to take and foster those leads and work with those individuals through a specific dealer in their market
Okay.
and try and help them out. Now, we have some tools that help both the end user and our dealer out. And one of those that we just launched is and we love our acronym, so I apologize here, Donovan, but it's QFV, which is Quick Fit Visual.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so that's our 3D drawing tool
Oh.
that we're very proud of. It's a proprietary tool that Nordfab had developed to incorporate our ducting, our clamps, our accessories, all the things that we sell along
Gotcha.
from our product reference playbook, if you will. And so that tool is very helpful because what is different about that tool from our competitors is it will do the sizing for you.
Oh.
It will give you pressure loss calculations. And it kind of takes a lot of the guesswork out for someone that's maybe a little novice and doesn't quite understand all that.
Right. So if I'm moving into my new wood shop, right, and I'm looking at everything, and I know where my equipment's going to be.
Sure.
Then I got to figure out how to make sure all the duct gets sized properly.
Correct.
And I call up Nordfab. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to send me to someone that you guys have already trained on how to do this. Is that right?
That's correct. So we have dealers all over the country that know how to use this tool and are using this tool to help generate those drawings and those quotes for those customers.
And then that person will help work through the design and get my order together,
Absolutely.
and then send it to you guys, and then you guys get it out the door.
Exactly.
Gotcha. So, you've been doing this for a while. What do you think the biggest mistake is you see a lot of people when they're doing this? What do you think it is? What do you typically see?
Well, so what we see is, you've got a piece of pipe, and then you need to drop down to a machine,
Yeah.
right? People love T-branches. I think, that's so easy. I'll run a T-branch straight down to that machine.
Right.
A 90-degree bend for airflow is not great,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Contrary to popular belief. So we'll incorporate branches and elbows that you're maybe on a 30 or a 45 degree and kind of gently roll into that flow rather than be on a 90. So we see that a lot. People want to throw T's in there and they really aren't that great for airflow.
Yeah. It might look like the right idea, but it's not the right idea.
Exactly.
Yeah. So.
And then the other thing we see is kind of balancing flow, right? So we sell manual and automatic blast gates.
Yeah.
And so what a lot of guys will do with our manual blast gates is you get a lot of negative pressure in there, and they'll actually use the blast gates. You can open them as much or as little as you want.
Okay.
And
now you're using the word blast gate.
Yeah. So it's a little bit misconceiving.
Okay.
It's more of just a gate that closes, but we don't actually use them for anything.
So it's almost like
blast
a knife valve that's in the
Exactly.
in the pipe,
It looks like a guillotine almost, right?
Okay.
So it's sliding up and down inside the pipe.
and that's just the point of that is to.
Well, there's multiple uses.
Okay.
One that I was getting at is you can regulate airflow, right? So
Okay.
if you're not getting quite the airflow you need, you can open it a little and bleed some air in
Okay.
to help regulate your airflow.
Yeah.
And then you can also put it at capture points. So let's say you're a small wood shop. You've only got maybe a 5 horsepower collector,
Right.
but you've got 8 machines.
Yeah.
Well, you're one guy, right? You can't run all 8 machines at one time.
Right.
So let's close 7 of them off and only open one of them while you're operating. So your collectors are working, at full efficiency,
Right.
and you're basically collecting from the machine that you're using.
Yeah.
So that's
yeah.
another way to help regulate that.
And I know on our dust collector side, if you can do that, it actually allows you to buy a smaller unit,
Correct.
which then can save you money and energy in the end.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
that's
we see
another
that a
use
lot
for that.
too. Yeah. Now, one of the things I see people in woodworking, at least, they love the flex duct.
They do.
Yeah. So what's your opinion on flex duct?
Less is more.
Less is more.
Yeah. Try to use less flex duct. The more hard piping you can use, the better flow you're going to get, in our opinion. And so, we see a lot of people wanting to run all types of flex duct, and it's never straight, right? So it's got a bend in it, and it's curled up, and
Right.
And it is challenging when you're trying to, collect dust and things like that with it.
Yeah. I on our side, we say that really makes the system have to work a lot harder to get it through there.
It does.
Yeah. So where it could be using that energy to just be more efficient,
Right.
to pull more dust away from your process.
Absolutely.
So when we talk about a system, I know there's a couple different thoughts, but we were talking about the slide gates. Now, you started to say that's how you would balance the system.
Sure.
Now, when we're talking about a balanced system, is there, let's say I'm trying to, I have this much money this year,
Right.
and I know I'm going to buy this piece of equipment, but I know next year I'm going to have more money,
Sure.
and I might be buying more equipment.
Yeah.
Now, does it make sense to buy the ductwork for the future, or does it make more sense to buy it now and then make it work later?
Well, the good thing about Quick Fit is you can buy an end cap, right? So you can run a section 20 feet and put an end cap on it,
Right.
and stop the flow there, right? Boom, it ends. And if you want to add 2 machines later, the Quick Fit, you just unclamp it and start adding your pipe. So, with our modular Quick Fit system, it makes it super simple to add another drop, pretty efficiently later.
Right.
If you want to do that.
Yeah. We've experienced that too. We have a lot of people that, you can go in and help them adjust things later
Right.
down the line. Hopefully people's businesses keep growing, or they just get that new piece of equipment
Right.
that's going to help them. And then they're not so locked into a framework that it makes it impossible for them to adjust, or costs a lot of money for them to adjust.
Exactly. And that's why this is so great. I mean, if you decide you want, your machine on the left or the right, you just unclamp it, you spin your ducting, and you clamp it back. So that's what makes the Quick Fit so great is,
Yeah.
you're not stuck to one position or place.
I've also been in places where the whole process has changed, and then they
Sure.
have to rearrange where their machines are for.
We see that a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of companies change machines all the time.
Right.
They don't like it there. They need more space, things like that.
So those are some things. Maybe if someone's trying to think ahead, they're thinking about buying a machine. That's what a lot of people are doing here at Fabtech.
Absolutely.
That when they start to get to that duct design phase, that it might be something to consider. What's coming up down the line?
For sure.
So, well, since we're talking about other companies' future growth and what they think's coming online, what about you guys? What about Nordfab? What's coming up for you down the line?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're growing year over year ever since I've been there, and even before that. But it's pretty exciting this year. We broke ground on a 55,000 square foot addition.
Wow.
So we should be under roof here before Christmas on that.
Okay.
And then we've got some warehouse automation we're incorporating into that next year.
Oh, okay.
And so our goal is to have more products and more standard products readily available.
Yeah.
On the shelf, ready to go, so we can ship faster and provide the very best ducting products available as quickly as possible.
So you're going to keep doing what you're doing, but you're going to be doing it faster and try to get the product out sooner?
Absolutely.
Sounds great.
And what we're doing with that is we're incorporating our quote tools and our drawing tools, to point you in the right direction with more standard product that's on the shelf. So when you're drawing those drawings, it's going to kind of
let you know what's available.
Yeah, it's going to lead you, down the right path so you can get the product faster. So we're working on a lot of that stuff, and it's going to be really impressive. We're excited about it.
Well, that does sound great. That sounds like really good things you guys have going on there.
Absolutely.
So, well, is there anything else that you think is important to tell people about ductwork, or other than probably don't use spiral duct if you're going to be in a high pressure situation?
Do not. I mean, we had a conversation about that earlier about a guy that turned his collector on, and all of a sudden, his spiral duct collapsed. And,
we had a guy do that.
Yeah. So our product is 22 gauge all the way down to 10 gauge.
Right.
So it's really robust product. Again, it's laser cut, laser welded. Our clamps are the very best clamps. We keep reinventing the wheel and tweaking that clamp, and we're on 3 or 4 iterations in the past few years, just tweaking it and make it just that much better. And I think that's what really separates us from our competitors is we keep just notching up the intensity every single year and trying to be better.
Not that the old one was bad, just that the new one's better.
Yeah, and we talk to our dealers. We get feedback. They tell us what they like and they don't like, and we try to incorporate that and just make it better.
Same here at Imperial. We do very much the same. Yeah. So, well, Brian, I want to say thanks for joining us. Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
I hope you guys have a great show.
Thank you guys for having us. You're a great partner with Nordfab, and we appreciate the business and for having us here today.
Yeah. So everybody out there who's listening, I just thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening. And we'll be trying to do a couple more of these from Fabtech, and hopefully you guys enjoy them. And until next time, stay healthy and stay safe. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter. We're on every social media platform. And you guys are too, right?
Absolutely.
So yeah, check them out.
Absolutely. And we're at booth A1946. If you're at Fabtech, stop by and see us.
There you go.
All
right. Thanks so much.
Thanks, guys.
Have a great day. Bye.
Thanks for listening to the Dusty Jobs podcast. Breathe better, work safer.